Hello, hello. This is the first time. Oh, most of you guys from my area, it's 2 in the morning for you. First time. What time is it in Bali? I don't even know. First time I felt like doing it. Not felt like doing a video. Had something to say. I have been in resistance today. Big time. Huge resistance. Woo. And it's, you know what's also so funny is because I'm actually trying to force myself. I was trying to force myself, right? Earlier is like, you know what to say. Come on, think of something to say. Think of something to talk about. Think of something important. What do people want to know? Oh my God. And then when you put more pressure on yourself, it's worse. It's just worse because then you're like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about this. Forget it. I don't have to. It's almost like this weird inner child moment that I was having. Hours, literally hours today. Let's hope that this internet holds, eh? I can switch to data though I'm on my phone. So let's give it a go. So I'm going to talk about a few things because, yeah, there's a few things to talk about. Who's Kelly? Hello, hello. Where are you? Where do you live, Kelly? That you're up right now. You must be in the UK or something. I am still in Bali, still in Sanur, and I'm going to Canggu on October 1st, but I haven't booked anything yet. Resistance on booking, resistance on moving somewhere else. And also I was talking about Kelly, about resistance, about doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And trying to force myself to talk about something, but having no idea what I wanted to talk about, making it way too much of a big deal. And so what I know people can relate because this is so true, right? Like UK, yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. It's so cool that I'm in more of certain people's time zones now, so that's kind of cool. But you guys are not alone. I go through so much resistance. I just probably don't talk about it all the time. So today, I don't even know what time it is here, 4 o'clock, something like that. I don't know. I haven't live streamed like dinner. I haven't really done much work at all. Like basically, really nothing. You know why? Because I kept telling myself I have a lot to do. I kept saying, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. That never really works for me. So what I could kind of relate it to is if someone's saying, okay, you need to, oh, thanks, Kelly. You need to prep your food for the week. You need to do this. You need, right? You guys know what I mean? You need to go to the gym. Well, for me, that doesn't really work. When I feel pressured to do something, when I feel like I'm expected to do something, unless in my groups, like in my, when I do my programs in groups, I love having times when I do my live streams. Like I love when I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a live stream on this topic. Totally down for that. But certain things like, and so I just want to talk to people about how there are reasons why you resist and there's reasons why you don't want to do something and why you avoid it. Now for me, I was feeling more like I was going on in my head. So when I was like, I don't know what to do a live stream about. I don't know what to post about. I don't know what to tell people about. I feel, you know what's behind it is what I was figuring out over this time. So I have been in Bali now for a while. I'm almost feeling guilty. And this is what I started realizing last night. I want all women to experience what I'm experiencing here. And they can't. And I feel bad. And so I'm conflicted. It's almost like you want to hide because you feel like, well, I feel bad because they can't do what I'm doing. So I'm just going to hide myself in a way. It's just so weird. My resistance to getting on live streams and talking and doing things is like, how can I share with these women when they're going, Diana, it's easy for you to say you're there and you don't have to go to a job 5 days a week and you don't have to do this, right? And it's like I'm going, oh my God, I don't have to do that. I wish you didn't have to do that. How can I help you so you don't have to do that? But, you know, I'm taking on too much responsibility, and I think a lot of women do too. I think a lot of women take on the responsibility of their family, of their kids, of everybody around them. I know I was like that with my daughter. I would feel like I got to help her. I got to fix her situation for her. I got to fix this. What can I do? I don't want her to be in that pain. I don't want her to go through this. What can I do? We take that on. And I know I do that with my clients and my groups that I'm in. I feel like, oh my God, I got to solve their problems. I got to help them with this. Hi, Debbie. And you know what? We can't. But what we can do, and what I've been watching like other coaches' videos and trying to get inspiration, right? Because it's like, I need motivation. Here's a cool thing about motivation. Motivation has to come from inside. But we do look for others. It's more so not motivation, but inspiration. So we're looking, like I've been watching people's videos, wanting to like, okay, get out of your mindset, Diana. Get out of your mindset. Get moving. You know, when you try to force yourself to do something, to be in a better mood. With my daughter, oh, she passed away, Kelly, from addiction. Yeah, really sad. She was an empath, a highly sensitive, empathetic person, and got caught up in the whole addiction thing, which was really sad. Fentanyl, actually, if you know anything about fentanyl, it is being laced now in so many drugs, so if you take it, you could die right away, and that's what happened. 2016. My only child, so it was really, really, really tough. Yeah, it was tough, but so, you know, for years I tried to fix the situation and I tried to do so much. And I find that I want to do that with my clients. You know, I'm definitely a person who's strong and always puts herself first. And that's what so many people, you know, but they don't realize I'm also a person who, why I do what I do is because I want to help people. Like, I'm a real person who's like, when I find what works, I know it was sad, Kelly. You know what? But she's so much happier where she is now, like in heaven is what I believe. I continually have to think that. Today I had a really hard time. Because it does, you know, it comes in waves, right? But because I was dealing with this inner conflict of again, feeling bad that I'm happy and I love my life. And that I'm caught up here. And that I can't help other women have the life that I want them to have. So I was getting so caught up in my own feeling guilty for the way I get to live my life. And that's the way I was kind of like with my daughter. I wanted her so bad to just do personal, because I'm a personal development professional, whatever, junkie, spiritual junkie, right? I'm always into like, okay, let's get the better mood. Let's move through these emotions. Let's figure out what I can do. And she wasn't quite into that. And so no matter what I did, you know, but it's also true too, right? Like our mothers can't tell us something. You guys know that, right? Sometimes we don't need to hear it from our mothers or from our parent. And so that could have been a part of it. But I was really caught up today and like, I want women to have time to themselves. I want women to experience freedom, and I want women to experience living the life that brings them joy. And I want so bad for women to like find something that they're passionate about and pursue it and follow their dream and not think that's too late and believe they can do it and live within an inspired life and do all this. But I was getting caught up, oh my God, how do I get them to do it? How are they supposed to do it? How can I be telling them this something when they're looking at me going, I can't possibly do that because, you know, I'm not you, Diana. And so I guess I was caught up in that. But noticing that, I was thinking, so many other women probably feel that way too. Women really do feel responsible for their families, for their kids, for their spouse, for their friends, for their parents, right? Doing for others. But what we need to realize is each person needs to truly take responsibility for their life. And when you do, that's what we are supposed to do, right? So it's really about saying, okay, like we can try to help others, but we can't change others, right? We can't change. And it's so easy to get caught up in the, oh my God, I'm not helping. I'm not doing enough. I'm not, I was unable to, right? Like I carry a lot of guilt. I was unable to help her. I was unable to change her. But that we got to let that go, because it's really, truly each person's responsibility. And so when I also get frustrated when I see people not taking responsibility, looking too much for the outside answers, not trusting themselves, not trusting that what they want is worthy, not trusting what they want, that they're worthy of having what they want, not trusting that it's never too late. They can do it if they really want to, right? And giving up. So with my daughter, she gave up. Well, because addiction is so big that to overcome it is so tough. And it can be anything. It's tough when you have 50 pounds to lose, right? I mean, right? It can seem like overwhelming. It can seem like there's no way I can do that. It's impossible. I don't know how, like, this is too big for me, right? The thing is, you guys, nothing is too big for you. I think often we try to do too much at once. We try to think, if I can't, okay, I'm here, and I haven't come far enough. That's what it is. You know, we can get caught up in, I should be further along in life. I should have done more. I should be able to stay on track. I should be doing this. And we get into that whole mindset. And it's really like, no, it's more about consistently showing up every day, consistently recommitting. So with addicts, what a big thing about it is when they go through AA or something, it's about take every hour by hour, every day by day. Never try to think too far ahead. So that's the same as what we need to do when we're trying to overcome something and we're making changes in our life, or we desire to make changes in our life. It's more like each moment, each day, each hour, whatever you commit to yourself, and you say, I am now going to, someone else just joined, I am now committing again. So today I was in a lot of resistance. I was in a lot of sadness too. Also feeling the responsibility, noticing how much responsibility I feel for clients and all of you people out there, and feeling bad that I can't help you change your life faster than I want you to, as fast as I want you to, and as fast as you want to, right? And then going into, maybe I can't help people. Maybe I'm unable to help. Things like that. I mean, that's just things that women go through, right? And I imagine guys do, of course. But I'm just here to tell you that you don't need to be perfect. There's days when you're going to feel resistance. There's days when you're going to feel like you can't keep up. There's days when you're going to feel like I can't go on. There's going to be days when you feel like this is too big for me. This is too much for me. All that's going to come up. But what you got to remember is almost, again, like taking it one moment at a time, 1 hour, even 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time, and really recommitting to yourself. Letting go of feeling the need to change anybody. We can desire for them to change. We can want them to change. We can say, please help them find guidance so they do change, but we cannot change them. Right? And the best thing we can do for other people is take care of ourselves. Hi, Karen, how you doing? The best thing we can do and show for other people is take care of ourselves, especially for your kids. When my daughter was going through all her hard time, I might have appeared, other people would say, Diana, you're so strong. How can you be like that? And I was like, I want to show her that inner strength is what you can focus on, that you have inner strength. If I was to fall apart, If I was to break down and go in, woe me, my daughter's an addict or whatever, or woe me, my daughter passed away, right? If I was to go into that, what is it showing? That any outside circumstance brings you down too. No, it doesn't. People around you who you love, when they start to go in that downward spiral, it's hard, it's sad, it's really horrible to watch. But the best thing you can do is show them what you desire for them. In a way, like keep taking care of yourself. You know, like I would still have my smoothies. I still went to the farmers markets. I went and had my coffees on my own. I went and I did things on my own. I asked if she wanted to come or do something. If she chose to stay at home and do whatever, I said, okay, well, I'm going to go out. You know where I am. I love you. If you ever need me, let me know. I chose not to let her bring me down too. And I want, that's very, very, very important, because you are showing an example of life. You do not have to be a victim in life, right? So one of the things that I don't like seeing others, because I've been there, is when we're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, there's no way. And I get into those moods. But you really got to remember, that's being the victim, that's losing your power, right? The best thing you can do for your kids, for your husbands, for whatever, I mean, show vulnerability and that you're not perfect, but also be able to show you're able to pick yourself back up. You're able to pick yourself back up, take care of you. Because the best thing you can show your kids is that it's important to take care of yourself, so that they know it's important for them to take care of themselves. If you let yourself go, if you don't take care of yourself, if you always say yes to everybody else around you, what are you showing your children, your kid, whatever, that is the right way to be? So when they grow up, are they going to start saying yes to everybody else and saying no to themselves? Mothers get into that predicament all the time. I can't go to the gym because of this. I won't do this. Well, she wants me to drive her here. I have to drive her there. That's just going to continue the cycle. Just going to continue the cycle. So then your daughter grows up thinking, oh my God, I'm a mom now. I got to put everybody else first and myself completely last. I got to do what everybody else thinks, and I got to be miserable because I can't have my own time, right? This is whole off topic. What did I even label my live stream? Resistance. Yeah, I'm trying to be perfect. I guess it's kind of along the same thing. There is no perfect. One of the ladies in my group had made something and it didn't turn out like a recipe. And I'm like, oh my God, I have made so many recipes that did not turn out. Oh, my stuff doesn't always turn out. But I never say I'm never going to make it again. Or I never say, forget it, I should just forget about doing this. No. That's my message too. The thing is that you just never give up. You never give up. You keep moving forward. You pick yourself back up all the time, every moment, every day. And it's ongoing. It doesn't end. It's not like one day you're going to be perfect. That's just not going to happen. We all know. I'm 54 now, almost 55. You guys are probably around my age. I'm not sure how old. We know there is no arriving at the perfect anymore, right? There is no arriving there. So we got to let that go. We got to let it go. No. I guess I'm not going to be ever perfect. No, you're perfectly you. That's the most important thing you can be. So when you are trying to be perfect or be like someone expects you to be like, or be like society expects us to be like, or follow all the rules and all that type of stuff, you are going against being you. You're going against being you. And that's exactly what... we don't want to show our kids that. We don't want to, wouldn't you want your children, and people around you to be happy, healthy, and love who they are? Then you need to be that, right? You need to be that. If you would like to show others, that's the way they need to be. So I was talking about how today, the sun, look at that sun, eh? I was talking about today how I was feeling so guilty and like going, oh my God, how can I change everybody, all these women's lives? How can I help them? Like, what can I do for them? realizing it's really about hopefully me inspiring you, being some sort of a role model, like, but I'm not perfect, but as in showing you can change your life. You can make decisions no matter what you have gone through. You can pick yourself back up. You can, start living a life that's truly yours and never, ever give up. I know I don't talk about my daughter's situation very often, because it's pretty hard for me to talk to, but I have been through a lot of heartache. My dad died. My dad died. Then a year later, my godson died, and then a year later, my daughter died. So within 3 years, and yeah, it's just really tough. And I worked throughout the whole thing, right? It's just finding that inner strength, and that's what I want to tell you guys. Like it's you all have it. The best thing you can do is treat yourself well, follow what you love, begin to live a life that lights you up. Don't listen to other people if they're going to squish your dreams. Do what you love. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to trust yourself. Right? Learn to trust yourself and start taking care of yourself. That's like number one. That's why health, food and health and all that is important to me. But my biggest message is why you need to do that, right? It's not just, my biggest message is not what you should eat. My biggest message is you eat healthy so that you can live a life you love. So you feel good living the life you love. That's my message. That's my passion is life. Is not really telling you what to eat, but telling you why it's helping you with why it's so important for you to eat healthy. What life do you want to live now? Right? Well, I'm going to sign off now. I feel so much better since I got all that off my chest. Thank you guys for watching. Always, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And excuse me. My next program, I should talk about this earlier, is on conscious living and conscious eating. It's one of my favorite topics. Really, truly about let's be conscious of how we're living every day. And so I'm really excited about the next 21-day program I'm going to do. I'm truly excited. It's about consciously creating the life you love, the body and life you love. What is more important? You're welcome. Thank you so much for watching, Kelly, and thank you for watching, Karen, and everybody else who's watching the replay. Post below if you want to see my videos. Make sure to put a comment or a emoji or something. Otherwise, Facebook won't show them to you much. Facebook is being brutal. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Take care. Goodbye.